Business Today is brought to you by...
Shouldn't banking start with you? After all, it's your life and we're just one part of it. So no matter what life throws at you, at Scotiabank we guide you through it with people who actually listen and with services that enable what matters most to you. Because at Scotiabank, it starts with you.
This is Business Today. I'm Marlon Madden. Government has set an ambitious target to reduce transfers and subsidies by as much as $115 million over the next 18 months. At the same time, the Mia Mottley-led administration is hoping to rake in just over $399 million in revenue by the end of financial year 2020. As part of the expenditure cuts, government will restructure a number of state-owned enterprises, or SOEs, which will result in some job loss. Economist on the Barbados Economic Recovery Team, Dr. Kevin Greenidge, admits it's a big task, but he stressed that it's aimed at making public enterprises more efficient and fiscally prudent.
The internal target is to reduce transfers and subsidies over the period by about 115 million. But I must stress, it is not about a number. It is about making the SOEs and the public sector fit for purpose, making it fiscally fit, fiscal being the fiscal accounts. So if it was just about a number, well, we can just let a number, we can cut, but that's not it. When you go to efficiency, and I will show you later, you may lose some here, gain some here, because you need more here, and like key areas like aviation, etc. But you may lose some in another area, it's not so where you don't need for the 21st century, but hopefully net position is an improvement and a savings. We're hoping to save 115 million. Probably this is a fiscal year saving about 41 million in the first 18-19 and another 75 million in the following year.
Greenidge, who was addressing a recent media conference, outlined the details of the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Program, or BERTS. He explained that while cuts are inevitable, those affected will benefit from a retooling and retraining exercise. The Economist said that some state-owned enterprises will be merged and others privatized, and in some cases user fees will be introduced, and where user fees already exist, there could be an increase.
We will try to reduce transfers where possible by enfranchisement. For example, one could think of the bus transport system where in many countries the private sector own that and is regulated by government. So why it could be a program where you allow a driver and a conductor, some person buy a bus, take the bus off of you, they'll probably run it much more efficient than you can, and you provide the regulatory framework to cover the bus routes, for example. So wherever possible, transferring the services maybe to the workers, etc., letting them purchase it so you can get enfranchised and gain from that.
BIT's Central Bank Meets Blockchain Conference is the only conference in the world that brings together regulators, governments, and private entities to discuss how they might work together using blockchain to make a positive impact on the lives of the people in the Caribbean.
We are so proud to host this forum, which allows for constructive dialogue and engagement because it recognizes the transformative potential of distributed ledger technology and the work that BIT is doing in the region.
Blockchain technology has the power to address the demand for easier and real-time KYC solutions while improving overall KYC standards. With the advent of digital currency, these AML solutions can strengthen compliance like never before.
We have an excellent lineup of speakers, including our keynote speaker, the Honourable Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honourable Alden McLaughlin, Premier of the Cayman Islands, Dr. Jack Meaning, economist from the Bank of England, Therese Turner-Jones, the General Manager for the Caribbean Division of the IDB, and many more noteworthy speakers who you don't want to miss.
The Inter-American Development Bank supports this event and is our platinum sponsor. We're so grateful to them for their support and acknowledgement of our work.
We hope you can join us on September the 18th, 2018 at the Hilton Barbados Resort to hear what leaders in the region and in the blockchain space have to say about the role of blockchain technology in promoting social inclusion, financial empowerment, and economic growth for this and future generations. See you there.
Government is putting new measures in place to ensure that state-owned enterprises are more financially accountable. Director of Economic Affairs Ian Carrington said state entities must now keep up to date with their financial reporting as government move forward with its restructuring process.
Last Tuesday, I called all of the accounting officers, both in terms of central government and statutory corporations, to a meeting to make sure that they will be reporting on their financial situation, particularly the receivables and the payables, on a real-time basis, but at least that we shall have that information by the 5th day of the following month, to allow us to determine if having made resources available to eliminate arrears going forward, that persons weren't building arrears unknown to the ministry.
He explained that poor financial reporting was a worrying problem under the last administration.
And we don't intend to repeat that error going forward. So they have to report by the 5th of the following month, and they've got to report not only the usual balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow, but the receivables and the payables, because this is not a situation that we can take chances and have surprises by persons going off and making obligations and commitments that the ministry is unaware of.
Now for today's financial tip. One great way to save on back-to-school shopping is to keep an eye on store promotions and compare prices. That's been Business Today. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Marlon Madden.